Hey guys, this is Gorilla Dan back with another reading your comments video. But I've had a lot of comments over the last couple of weeks, and I always like to try to answer them as best I can in the comment section. But sometimes I like to go into detail. So these are my rambling thoughts on some of the comments that you have given me. First of all, I'd just like to thank everyone who signed up to my Patreon so far. I appreciate the hell out of it. I really do. And everyone who constantly subs to me throughout the week. All newcomers, I welcome all newcomers, you know, even the ones who have only seen the one video and are like, what the hell is this bald guy going on about? Watch the other videos as well. You might learn something. Or you might not. You probably won't actually, but anyway. My other promotion, I also have a Discord. I always forget to promote the Discord. The Discord is free to get in. I have a mod on there. I'm going there myself, you know, so no shenanigans or you will get banned. But debate, discuss whatever you want. I'm going to try and go through as many comments as I can from the most recent week or so, a week or two, I don't know. But I'm going to read Ian Foley first, who literally commented 46 seconds ago. And he reads, recently discovered the channel, it's great. I love ghost videos, but I've always asked the question, why can't I read? Why is this so hard for me right now? I've always questioned some of their authenticity. Okay, that was the word, which was... there was the word throwing me off because it was grammatically wrong, but I'm not judging, don't worry. Authenticity. I'm new here and I'm just wondering if there are any videos that you think are real. Would be super interesting to see. I get asked this question so many times. By the way, thank you for the question, Ian, and welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos. I get asked this question countless times. Are there any videos that you think are real? And I tried to give the best possible answer I can without, how can I say it? Not being a dick. I don't think I'm a dick. But basically what I think is, I haven't seen any videos which I think are real. But there are videos out there which are real. And the way I explain that, there are people out there who genuinely go out, genuinely try and catch some sort of phenomena or trying to find out if ghosts exists. Those videos are real. If that's as real in the sense as in they don't try to fake anything, they don't try to sensationalize anything. They just go out with a recorder, camera, whatever, and try to say, you know, punch me in the face. That's real. As far as any ghost videos with a ghost on screen, with a shadow person on screen, which I think are real, no, I haven't. I just haven't. I haven't come across a single video which I think, that could be real. Not once. I mean, it's YouTube. I don't know what to say. Like, maybe I need to, like, get relaxed. Maybe I need to sort of, I don't know, make a disclaimer in my banner where I say, I have not seen videos which are real, which I think they're real. Like I said, I've seen a lot of videos which have intrigued me, and I thought, right, let's look deeper into this. And every single time I found bollocks. I have found the bollocks in the videos. Like I said, the ones which are genuinely going out there to try and find something, they don't find anything. I mean, EVPs, you can take them or leave them. I got my own theories about EVPs, which I've said many times. But as far as like shadow ghost or ghostly figure or CCTV centipedes or wherever the hell they are, no, not once. Not once have I thought that's real. That's real. But yeah, I get that question asked a lot, and I thank you for the question, Ian. And welcome aboard. The Grand Angel says, hi, I came across your channel from Rick Debunks. Welcome. And saw the first minute and I think I'm in the right place. I found another channel that watches videos a bit better than anyone else. Why, thank you. I do try to go into a little bit more detail than others. Sometimes I go too far, sometimes I can't shut up. But welcome aboard. When I see Nukes, Sir Spooks, Slaptown, Frostmare, Ungi, and Xander Story, I haven't heard of those, I'm going to have to look them up, etc. I watch and talk to myself about the compilation of what is wrong or not. The bad thing is, I don't get an answer from myself. You did the same like I do and find the mistakes fakes. Mistakes/fakes. I find a good place here, and sorry English isn't my native language. Well, your English is pretty good to me, and I thank you for the question. And you know, there's a lot of debunking channels out there. There's a lot which don't do things like that anymore. I know I say debunk in my about section. I am actually going to change that because I don't like using the word debunk. I like to think of myself breaking down the special effects of videos. That's how I like to think of myself as doing, because like I said, I always say this. I don't debunk the paranormal. I debunk videos that purportedly or reportedly try to show paranormal as real in that video. That's what I do. And like if someone always says to me, well, you should come to my house and debunk people. First of all, you live 1,000 miles away. I can't do that. But I always say, I don't debunk personal experiences. I don't debunk personal stories. I'm not there. I was never there, and I probably never will be there, so I can't do it. I only do videos. Visual breakdowns. There you go. I'm going to change my about title, because I don't like the word debunk, to be honest with you, because debunk has like a negative connotation. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that answer. but thank you. And welcome aboard. Leroy Keanu says, you're the best on YouTube for debunking all these. I'm not reading the comments which are saying I'm good, by the way. It's just the ones. It's just the ones I'm finding interesting, right? I'm not a bloody narcissist, if that's the word. Leroy Keanu says, you're the best on YouTube for debunking all these frauds who lie about paranormal activity. I call them scammers because they are frauds, liars who make a profit. If it's entertainment, say it, because sometimes it's like watching a horror movie, because all these YouTubers are hoaxes, period. There are a lot of out there which they clearly do it for monetary value, and I can't knock someone for doing something for monetary value. If you make a video to go up on YouTube, you want it to do well. I know every video I make, I know I want it to do well. Otherwise, you wouldn't waste your time making videos. I think there's a way of going about it. There's one way where if you make, say, a creepy video. I've made creepy videos. I enjoyed a bit of short film making, what have you. But obviously, from when you watch mine, they're clearly not supposed to be real. It's just a bit of fun. But then you'll have others where they think, oh, this is real. 100% real, where it's clearly not. I mean, as far as making money on them, I can't knock people making money on videos. I just can't, because, everyone has to get by somehow. If you can call it scamming, I don't know, is it scamming? It's definitely being untruthful about the facts. But then you get stuff like flat earthers as well, which do the same, So I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I think there's a weird line that you have to stay upon. Whereas it's fine to make money on videos. It's not knocking people making money on videos, but it's how you do it. I suppose if someone came up to you on the street, buy these magic beans, they'll make you strong and big and strong, and you pay 50 quid for those magic beans, you've just been scammed. I suppose some videos on YouTube are exactly the same as buying magical beans. They might be pretty cool, they might look cool and shiny, and you might, don't mind giving them the bit of the money, but when you go home, you eat those beans, that's all you've got is 5 days of diarrhea. So, oh, I just gave myself a horrible mental image. But anyway, I appreciate what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but yeah. Buying, 1977. I do apologize if I'm butchering your name. They commented on when I talked about the Mandela effect, which I find very interesting. The Mandela effect is pretty interesting. I experienced it myself a few months ago while browsing through YouTube. I could have sworn that I'd seen news articles on a good 10 years ago reporting the death of a popular science presenter from the 1980s, Johnny Ball. Johnny Ball was very prominent in my viewing history when I was a kid growing up, and like he said, like they say, he did science stuff. He's I suppose you could say he was the almost like the Bill Nye of the UK. you know who Bill Nye is. People in America will know who Bill Nye is, but I suppose Johnny Ball was sort of the Bill Nye, the science guy of the UK back in the 80s and early 90s. I even remember his daughter Zoe. Zoe's still around, by the way, talking about it. And yet the YouTube channel Numberphile put on a video only a year ago with him presenting. It almost certainly down to misremembering, probably mixing up Zoe and Johnny Ball with someone else, though I can't think who. I'm gonna say Sylvester McCoy. Let's have a look. Or what was the goon? Sylvester McCoy still alive? If he's still alive now, I'm gonna look really stupid. Okay, Sylvester McCoy is still alive, so bad example. But to be honest with you, I remember seeing I gotta look now. I'm sure Johnny Ball passed away. Oh no, bloody hell, he's still alive as well. Okay, I'm happy he's still alive, by the way. Because I was just about to say, right now I'm confusing myself. I was just about to say, I agree with the buying, Because I used to think Johnny Ball had passed away a couple of years ago. But then a few years later, he actually did pass away. I just looked him up. He hasn't passed away. I'm glad he hasn't. So the Mandela effect has got me again. It's got me again. Yes, clearly misremembering. But now I'm trying to think, who the hell was I thinking about? I thought Johnny Ball passed away as well. I'm glad they haven't. But anyway. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. What's his name? The Goons. What's his face? He passed away. Not the Goons. Oh, what the hell's his name? What are they called? Icky Thump. Saying some ridiculous names. For people not from the UK, they're going to think, what the hell is this guy on about? No, Icky Thump is bloody... Icky Thump is the White Stripes. No, there is... What the hell? What are they called? Oh my god. The Goodies. Oh, the Goodies. Bill Oddie. That's what I'm thinking about. Is he passed away? He's still alive. Alright. I have no idea who the hell I'm thinking of then. I'm glad Bill Oddie's still alive, by the way. Is he still alive? I gotta check now. Yes. Okay, so that's 3 instances of me thinking someone had passed away and they're still alive. I'm glad they're still alive, but I'm going to move on now because the Mandela has me in its grip right now. Oh my god. Did I just got? Sonia Erazzo. Probably saying that wrong, I do apologise. Commenting on the Tim Morrisov Dark Ghost Paranormal, where I found out that the front, I translated the front disclaimers and they said they're fictional. She says, shocked face, what? What the? I am filming with you. Well, that's effed up. I watch all of them from USA is mad. Thank you. No more of that for me. I don't know if is she filming with me? I don't know. But she goes on, well, anyway, it was good work by them. And I agree. Tim Morris, I've said this many times, even though they put disclaimers in the beginning of their channels, which I found out a long time ago. They do make creepy videos. They genuinely do make creepy videos, and I think they should team up one day and make like a movie, like an indie movie, a horror movie. If they want anyone to be in it, I'm available. But yeah, I thought it was funny. Julia one, and they commented on the real scientific experiment on the paranormal video I did. They say, understandably, you'd have different criteria for proving the existence of certain things in the paranormal world. But specifically, I ask about ghosts. Mr. Gray, what would you believe to be proof of a ghost? They certainly aren't going to pop into the lab and sit down like a nice subject while put through experiments in a form which is so variable in its behaviour and location. How else could you try to prove it? Are there types of proof in the wild that you would accept more than others? Do you believe there might be a better way to record or document than what is being tried? I'll answer the first part first. What would you believe to be proof of a ghost? For me personally, bang in front of my face. And even then I would question my sanity. It would have to be bang in front of me. It would have to be something or someone I know was passed. I think that would be a definite life-changing moment for me. Because I've seen things in the side of my peripheral vision many times. But, when I've gone like that, but then I've thought about it and I thought, right, I'm really bloody tired right now. When you're tired, your eyes do play tricks on you. I did read up on a long time ago, when you're really tired, the muscles in your eye relax. And this is why you sometimes see like shadows at the peripheral of your vision. When you turn, there's nothing there. That's because the muscles in your eye relax after the long periods of being awake. But I've definitely had that happen. But as for proof of a ghost, I think it would have to be bang in front of me, walking towards me or talking to me, whatever. Like if you do go to like a dark, which you have been told is a haunted house, your brain is expecting something. So it would have to happen out of the blue, without me expecting something. Because when you go to a haunted area or haunted place, your expectations are expecting to see something, unless you're a hard-blown skeptic. You think, oh, nothing's going to happen. But if you go there with like an open mind and you expect to see something, chances are you are going to see something. Or you might see something which you think could be just a completely natural phenomena, but you put it down, that's definitely a ghost. And especially with the dark, your eyes can't see properly. And, shapes meld in, they go all wavy when your eyes are trying to get used to the dark. But as far as 100% proof for me, It would have to be bang in front of me. Probably somebody I know which has passed. And, maybe tell me there's gold under that palm tree or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one to answer, that is. I can't take YouTube videos as proof. I just can't. There's a lot of factors when you watch a video. For example, people keep asking me, can you debunk Ed and Lorraine Warren? And I've seen the footage they ask about. It's the Amityville footage. I think it's the Amityville one. I can't remember. But every footage you see, there's one footage where the table moves towards the camera. Now Ed is behind the camera. I'm not saying he's fake. I'm just saying there's a lot of factors which you can't disprove or prove. Where the table goes towards the camera, he's behind the camera, so you can't see him. You can't see below the table, or not. You can't see the legs of the table. I mean, it's very easily could be that there's someone pulling a rope or something of the legs, so that can't be disproved or proved either way. But this is why I always say you can't really go on full proof of a video. You can catch people faking stuff in a video 100%, but as far as proving something in a video, I think it's a lot harder to prove something unless you're there with your own eyes. Or if you know someone who's credible has gone there and they said, yeah, that was definitely a bloody shadow ghost. I don't know, it's a hard one. That is a hard one to answer, but that would be for me. It'd have to be bang in front of me. It'd have to be someone I know has passed, and they'd have to tell me something. Tell me something I know. Only I know. Only I know they know. But they know. Yeah. As far as the other question, part of the question, do you believe there might be a better way to record or document them than what is being tried? I don't know. I can tell you what is better that people stop using to try and record evidence. That's the Necrophonic app. Randonautica. Spirit boxes, I think people should stop using them because they're just picking up FM and AM frequencies. The Necrophonic app is simply an entertainment app with a voice bank, which if you watch all the videos of Necrophonics, it's all the same voice banks that comes out every single time. I think people should stop using them. Stop using the Kinect camera, because I've explained in another video how they work and why they will always pick up something in a pattern on the wall. That's all I can really say about that. As far as trying new stuff, I don't know. This is what I always say. See, where when investigating at the paranormal, people will try a spirit box, right? Spirit box, an SLS camera, a Kinect camera, the Ovulus. This is all stuff created by that guy who works for Ghost Adventure. I can't remember his name. What else do we use? Dowsing rods. All the equipment that people use to investigate. This is what I always say about the equipment. Who first decided that is how you do it? Who is the first one to come up and said, spirit box, that's how ghosts communicate? Nobody knows this. Nobody knows that is exactly how you communicate with the spirits. Who first came up with our idea? Who first came up with the idea that a Kinect camera can see ghosts? Who first came up with the idea that an Ovulus is putting out the words that ghosts say in the ether? This is what you always gotta ask yourself. Not whether what you think is good to try and document something, but who came up with the idea that all those pieces of equipment is how you catch a ghost? Nobody did. Well, not that nobody came up with it, but whoever came up with it, where did that idea come from? Is what I'm getting at. But as far as a better way to record, I don't know. I simply don't know. But thank you for the question. I took ages to answer that question. I do apologize, but it was a good question. Gregor147 asks, again on the real scientific experiment of the paranormal, any thoughts on past lives? I can't remember mine. No, I simply don't know. I don't know about past lives. Basically, for those who don't know, there's a belief that you can be reincarnated. Sometimes when you get reincarnated, you can remember your old life. The only stories I've ever seen of these is past lives is there was one a couple of years ago. I can't remember now. There was about this kid. I can't remember where he was from, but there was this kid. He was in the news. The headline was, "Boy remembers past life after reincarnation." Now, I looked into the story. The kid, I think, was about 6 or 7 years old. And he was saying, yes, I died down by this lake when I was 52 years old of a heart attack whilst walking my dog. They interviewed him and he got some details right. Well, it turns out that they found out this after the news interview, that the mother was telling him what to say. Right? No, I'm not saying every case is like that. We just simply don't know. We simply don't know. As far as reincarnation is concerned, I think that came from a lot of religious beliefs, a long, like back in Egyptian days. So I don't know enough about that, unfortunately. I can't really comment too much on that. I've seen a lot of stories of people claiming to have past lives. Sometimes they get things right, and you think, how did they get that right? And then other times they say things you just cannot disprove. You can't prove either way. So I don't know. I don't know enough on it, but it's a good question. And I leave it to everyone else. What do you think of past lives? Have you been reincarnated? Let me know in the comments down below. Boojing 1977 again. He commented on the aliens are probably more stupid than we thought. There was a video I made a couple of months back about an Oxford study saying that aliens probably don't exist. Or no, sorry. If aliens existed, they would probably be way more stupid than us. I thought it was great. But this is a long one, but I'm going to get into it because it's an interesting one. I can kind of understand their argument. It took about 1 billion years. And basically the argument was that aliens... let me think. Basically saying if aliens did exist, they'd be stupider than us. Because we are the pinnacle of the universe. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. But anyway, they say, I can kind of understand their argument. It took about 1 billion years before the first forms of life appeared on Earth, and then another 2 billion years of that simple life existing before it started to form into more complex multicellular organisms. Another 1 billion years and vertebrates first emerged. For slightly less than 500 million years, no organism had any form of complex intelligence to use tools until about 200,000 years ago, and the agricultural revolution only came around 10,000 years ago. It took around 190,000 years for Homo sapiens to go from a hunter-gatherer species to an agricultural species. It then took another 9,500 years to become an industrial species and to develop anything like the technology and the methodology we have today to understand the universe. Imagine all the events that had to happen for us to be here, all the mass extinctions that the planet has suffered. For all we know, if we hadn't been hit by an asteroid 65 million years ago, the world could still be the domain of large reptiles with no advanced civilization, no farming, no domestication of other animals, no technology. We are here with the technology and knowledge we have because certain conditions arose a couple of 100,000 years ago which forced us onto the path where we needed to develop this level of understanding to survive. There are guarantees that such conditions are commonplace in the universe. There are no guarantees that such conditions are commonplace in the universe. After all, it happened once on Earth to us, never to any of the other trillions of species in the billions of years the planet has been around. The simple fact is that we only have one case study to draw results from, so we do not know until we get out there and survey some more planets. We don't know whether this is or is not intelligent life out there. There is universes utterly moot point if we never get to meet them. It's interesting speculation, but that's all it will ever be without evidence. I agree with that. I do agree with what you're saying. We only have one case study, the case study being us or our planet. I'm counting. Let me think. Right, there you go. About 4.5 billion years. About the age of the planet. Right, all that stuff had to happen. And we know that. Well, so far, we know that the universe is about 13.5 billion years. There's about 11 to 12 billion years to play with, give or take. So this is why I think in the video I went against the argument that we are only it, or we are it, and I can't see how we can just stand to that. I agree with what you're saying. We only have the case of our own existence to go by. There are no guarantees that conditions are commonplace in the universe, and that's true. But we do know the limits, or so far we know the limits of physics and biology. We know the what needs to be done to have that create life, if you know what I mean. And we know that we can see other planets is very much like ours. A couple 100 light years away, 20 light years away, 1,000 light years away. We know they exist. We can't see. We don't know any detail of those planets. We know they're there. We know they're there, but we haven't got a telescope to look at, light year, 10,000 light years into the past, or into the future, I should say, to see if there's anything on the surface of those planets. We just can't see that. I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't know how, and I always go to this, I don't know how we can be so egotistical to think that the human species, or planet Earth, is the only planet in the entire universe with life. I can't put my head around that to think that that's the case. I just can't. Because when you realize how big... Now, I know Bujin definitely knows his stuff, or their stuff. Definitely know more than I will, but looks it right. But this is my little commoner brain working overtime here. But it's when you realize how big the universe is, and I can't state enough how big it is. You know, I could give you an example of there's a grain of sand at 50 miles that way, and there's a grain of sand at 100 miles that way. And, you know, that grain of sand is our planet, and the other grain of sand is like the nearest star system. Even then, I would be understating how big the universe is. So this is why it always boggles my mind when even scientists, even top scientists, when they say we could be it. I mean, there's a very high possibility we could be it. At the same time, I don't know how we can know that. I just don't know how we can know that, because we can only see so far. We can't see the entire universe. You know, we know there's other planets like ours there. Yeah, that's all I can really say on it. But I love that question, by the way. And yeah, I do agree with you, but at the same time, I do try to think of the other stuff as well. But yes, I need to move on now. My brain is going to melt. Trisha says, and again on a real scientific experiment of the paranormal, she says, Mr. Gray, yes, science helps distinguish certain things about lots we can't explain. The ones not knowing want constant proof. Till you actually live it, then you can shite your panties and scratch your head. I don't need science to prove me nothing. I've known this since 15 years of age. Thanks for your input. See you soon. Yeah, and yeah, like I always say, I'm not debunking anyone's paranormal experiences. And I do agree that science doesn't know everything. That's the good thing about science, man. It's all about discovery. And you know, once they finally discover something, they think, right, we can move on. But no, I agree. Science doesn't know everything. And, you know, it was only like 100 years ago we thought that ether existed. Look up what ether is. Ether doesn't exist. But we used to think that the ether was all around us. You know, ether doesn't exist. And there's a lot of things which you look back 100 years ago and you think, I can't believe we actually used to think that. But yeah, no, I agree. Science doesn't know everything. But science isn't an exact science. X says, and they were commenting on the haunted side debunk I did a couple of weeks back. And she says, BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural are legit. Oh yeah, that's right. At the end of the video I said the only ones who I think are legit are the Ouija brothers because they don't find anything. But X says, BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural are legit. They just don't get anything compelling, but holy crap, they are hilarious. Ryan Bergara and Shane Medej are part of the reasons why I started making these videos. I binge watched the bloody paranormal investigations about well over 2 years ago, or a year ago maybe, I can't remember now. I've been doing these kind of videos over a year. But yeah, I was obsessed with them. I think they're brilliant. Ryan Bergara, he's a full unbeliever. Shane Medej, he's the proper full-blown skeptic. He's my kind of guy. But yeah, I agree. I thought it was hilarious. And I do genuinely, when you watch their episodes, you genuinely believe they went there, or one half of them went there to try and find something and didn't fake anything. You can see that from the shows because they don't find anything. But yeah, I agree. I think they're brilliant. And part of the reason why I started making these videos. Mumbo Jumbo commented, and they commented on the video I made a while back about that creepy stalkerish kind of video where you don't know if it's real or not. And what was it? Channel 00390 or 00390, I don't know how to say it. But they commented on, and basically it's a channel of somebody filming women walking the streets. Very stalkerish, night stalkerish, if we should say. Richard Ramirez, you could say. That kind of thing. Now, nobody knows if it's real or not. It probably just some channel which likes making creepy stuff. That's fine, but even if they're making make-believe stuff, the footage is still creepy as shit, and stop doing it. If you ever see this, you should stop making those videos. But Mumbo Jumbo commented on it, and I sort of get what you're saying, but at the same time, they say, it's very easy to lead people to negative thoughts and manipulate them to judge. What if I tell you the camera person was a woman? Do you notice how suddenly the energy inside changes? I get what you're trying to say, but no, it doesn't change. Even if it was, I'll link this video down below where I made a couple of months ago about that channel. It's quite disturbing, but even if it was a woman making those videos, I would still think it's quite disturbing. Just because this woman filming women walking the streets and like sort of stalking them doesn't mean it's good. Or doesn't mean it's okay, sorry, I should say. It's still disturbing. And I get what you're trying to say, because sometimes context does matter, and sometimes if a man does something and a woman does something, there are going to be differences depending on what that is. But when it comes to that channel, it doesn't change for me. It's still creepy as shit. But I get what you're saying, and I thank you for the comments. Gail Takan Grizz. Probably saying that wrong, I do apologise. Again, they commented on the real scientific experiment on the paranormal, and they say, what are your thoughts on deja vu? I had that 100% when you started explaining mob mentality, and I had to double check to see if this was a new video or old. Love your work, keep pounding. What is your thoughts on deja vu? I had that 100% when you started explaining mob mentality, and I had to double check to see if this was a new video or old. Love your work, keep pounding. Well, thank you for the comment, but first off. Deja vu, I have that all the time. It blows my mind. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think, as far as we know, we don't know the whole ins and outs of what deja vu is. But I think the scientific explanation is it's part of your brain misfiring slightly for like a second or so. Basically, where deja vu, you'll see something or you hear something and you think, hang on, I'm sure they just said that, or I'm sure this happened 10 minutes ago. I get that. I get deja vu so many times. I get it a lot. More than I'd like, actually. I mean, some say it's the Matrix changing something, but no, I think deja vu, as far as let's have a look, because I'm going off memory. Deja vu, medical disorders. Deja vu is associated with temporal lobe epilepsy. That's not bloody good, is it? This experience is neurological anomaly related to epileptic electrical discharge in the brain, creating a strong sensation that an event or an experience currently being experienced has already been experienced in the past. Yeah, they go into some explanations of what it could be. They still don't 100% know what deja vu is, but I get deja vu a lot. Hopefully there's not something wrong with my brain. I've been going a long time. I might have to stop this because I could go on forever. There's a lot of good comments which I really want to get to, but I'm going to leave that for a part 2 actually. So this is going to be a part 1 of reading your comments. That was reading your comments. I don't have a title. What do you think about some of my answers? And what do you think about some of the questions? Like I said, there's no good or bad questions here. They're all good in my eyes. Yeah, thank you for all the interesting questions. The interesting. Sometimes I get people saying, "I wish you'd read mine." Well, I do read them and I do try to respond in the comments. But with these reading videos, I try to look for the really interesting questions. That's what I tend to look at. So if you want your comment to be featured in here, ask a really interesting question. I'm not saying the others are not interesting. I'm just saying I like the ones which what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think now. See, the deja vu thing has put me off. I like the comments which test my brain matter. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, if you like this video, leave a like, leave a sub if you're new to my channel. I do these quite often. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, thank you to everyone who signed up on my Patreon so far. Thank you very much. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.